What up, what up? Welcome to Geek Nerd Tech. Today we have a lot of great topics. CES has a diversity problem. Starbucks has augmented reality, and Tarantino's doing some fresh stuff with Star Trek. I'm happy to talk about this stuff with y'all. Let's get it.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Live's Geek Nerd Tech.
Yeah.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from.
Welcome to Black Hollywood Live. This is Geek Nerd Tech. I'm Akili Sean, your host, and here with my man Ryan Hollins back in the place to be.
What's up, brother?
MOBBDEEP, Mob Deep. You a fan?
I'm a fan. This is like original hip hop, son. Like yo.
Mob Deep, man, one of my favorite groups.
Mobb Deep's most popular song ever.
Havoc and Prodigy, rest in peace, Prodigy.
What's their most popular song ever?
I mean, it's either gonna be Quiet Storm or Hell on Earth or the one that we're listening to, Survival of the Fittest. But yeah, man. I love Mobb Deep. Anyway, we got a lot of great stories today we want to cover.
Get into it.
Let's get right into it. The first thing, man, is kind of similar to what we talked about last time, was like these wars between these big companies. So Google and Amazon had beef. And prior to that, I mean, it seemed like Amazon got beef with everybody. Amazon and Apple had beef because it was for a long period of time where you couldn't get an Apple TV. You couldn't buy an Apple TV from the Amazon stores. And then you couldn't even get the Amazon stuff on the Apple TV. So it's like they finally squashed that beef, and 6 months ago at the keynote, Tim Cook announced that Amazon Prime Video would be coming to Apple TV, and out of respect to that, Amazon would begin to sell the Apple TVs in Amazon store. So man, what is all that about, man?
Big kids, bro.
Man.
Big kids. I keep referring back to my kids, Lauren and Chris. It's just part of the tech world, man. And just there's so much money being thrown around. When you speak of the internet, because this is really just still in loom of the internet, it's still growing. It's the Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West.
And I know
you know
we
nothing about that song.
Come on, dude. And we really spoke about, a couple shows ago, just Wi-Fi. Like, how can you limit somebody's Wi-Fi, their actions, what they can do or can't do? Can you really sell Wi-Fi? And then to the degree of it, you have it or you
talking
don't.
about net neutrality?
Yeah, yeah, but it all falls into like, hey, like Amazon's a way of life, Apple's a way of life, Google's a way of life. Like, why are all of you guys beefing out? And I'm glad that they're coming to terms, but it's just really just silly, because if I know that I can use your product, or we link up, we work together, and I'm able to make money off it, you make money, we all win at the end of the day. So why have beef with each other? Why make problems?
No, I agree. I mean, I feel like there are, strategic ways companies can work together, and this is a perfect one. It's like, okay, like, hey, cats want the content. Consumers want to be happy, please the audience. So don't make it difficult for cats. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if it's Apple, if it's Amazon, if it's Google, figure out a way to bring some synergy so that we all can eat, essentially. Even though, like, hey, it's about competition, it's about, hey, being bigger and better than the next man. But don't do that so that we as consumers take the consequences and penalties for that. But
Absolutely.
I love the fact that Jeff Bezos and Tim Cook got it together and figured it out. And
Thank you.
Now if you have the Fire Stick, I have the Apple TV. We both can get the content that we want and deserve. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, do you have I know you said before you had the Fire Stick, but you were saying that the Apple TV, you're not really feeling that no
I
more.
just don't use it anymore.
So would you ever buy the new one, the 4K one? Wow.
For what?
Exactly.
Apple still. If I can rid myself of Apple and their fake updated, like, rest in peace, Steve Jobs, but like, I have yet to see any update from them other than the Retina display is better and it's faster, actually. Like,
Yeah.
what have I seen? There's nothing compelling. Like, Steve Jobs is really just, man, he was changing technology and everything that we do, literally, the way that we took in our music, our videos, the way that we used our cell phones. He literally changed. It's just dynamic, everything that he's done. And all that's been happening of late is just copying everything that these Androids do.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all that has been happening.
Pretty much.
So I'm ready, man. Give me Apple back, man. Give me the real Apple back, man. Give me some innovation.
I feel that, man. I definitely feel that. I say that all the time. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same company. You know, when Steve Jobs was around, it had a different energy, had a different mystique. Now it's just like, I don't know. I don't feel that. Apple isn't as shiny as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Have you
I mean,
thought-
and Apple has always been the company to like say, okay, you know, we all know that Apple didn't invent the MP3 player, but hey, they took someone else's intellectual property
Yep.
and made it better and created the iPod. And they've done that countless times over and over again. But I feel in this day and age, 2017, like that energy or that vibe of them like bringing like major critical change to the
about
game.
crossing over?
No, it's just not there. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you thought about? Be honest
Oh
with
yeah,
me.
yeah. Well, I think about it all the time. I've said it many times on this show, and I tell you know, wifey, I tell all my friends, my next phone might be the Google Pixel, 100%.
Why?
Well, I use my phone obviously for messaging, communication. Okay. Beyond that, I use it for photography, and I
Yeah.
feel the Google Pixel has the best
You
camera.
feel or you know?
I know based on
Why?
based on my research, based on even like going into Verizon and taking a picture of the same thing. The Google Pixel looks way cleaner. The image is way sharper.
Give me some
colors
numbers.
are more vibrant.
Give me some numbers.
What do you mean numbers?
Do you have some numbers?
numbers of what?
You got something to back that up?
What, numbers of what? Back what up?
Of why it's a better camera?
It looks better to my eye. Like, what do you mean?
So
It
you
looks better.
don't have no numbers, no proof, no facts. You can shoot down these iPhones. And let me know why.
Hey, bro, you are out of control, man.
I want to know why.
I'll tell you
it's
this
okay
much.
if you don't.
I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you this much.
Talk to
Well,
me. Talk to
The
me.
only reason why I'm an Apple loyalist is because all my other products are Apple. So my computer is, I have the iPad, you know, the lady has the iWatch, she has the phone, the whole family does. So
You
it's
don't
like,
have iWatch?
I don't have a iWatch. I never believed in it. I think it's whack. I think it's a whack product. That's my opinion. I don't think it's there yet for me to invest
So
into.
you're not
But
hooked
let
like
me,
I-
let me
me.
make the point.
I'm
The
gonna make your point.
The point is that I like to be able to communicate with all my devices. I like to have all my content that I create in the cloud. And so if I were to switch to Google Pixel, I wouldn't be able to communicate and be able to transfer the assets that I've created as seamlessly. That's the only thing that's preventing me from going back.
May I ask something? How do you feel about the people when you get that new number and they text you and that green message comes through? How do you feel about them as human beings?
You know, I'm looking like, who is this?
Right?
Who is
Who
this?
is this?
Who has the audacity to put this green bubble on my
The
phone?
green bubble. How about that homeboy? How about that homeboy or that business associate or the person you got to interact with and they mess up the group thread?
Exactly.
Do you know that guy that messes up the group thread?
To be honest, you used to be that guy. Cause you
Don't!
Hold on. For the record, you used to have an iPhone and you used to have the Android right next to it, son. And you used to text from both of them.
No.
It used to be you, son.
I had a big iPhone and a little iPhone.
No, you used to have the Samsung joint, bruh. You used to have
I never used it.
That's not
I
true.
never used it.
Okay.
They gave it to me free. It was free. I demand a written mistrial.
It was this guy.
It was free.
Anyway. Yo, this is a really dope story, man. You tell me like what you think about it. So Google has updated their search functionality to lock you into this endless search loop they're calling. So you search for something like basketball, and underneath the search, obviously all your results will come up, but then it'll be what's called a knowledge panel, which will give you correlating topics that tie into basketball. So it might be, you know, Nikes, or it might be college hoop or whatever, something that ties into whatever you search, so that you almost do like a deep dive into the initial topic that you typed in. Do you think that's a good thing? It's going to keep you on Google way longer, but do you think that's a good thing?
Not a good thing, bro.
What? Okay, you got to
It's not a
explain.
good
You got to
thing.
unpack that one.
It's not a good thing. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. I mean, really, this is just information. This gets you caught. I mean, you can run with something. Who knows what I'm gonna be on? I'm gonna be playing piano. I'm gonna play the harp. I may have a harp. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be growing grapes in the backyard. I'm gonna be doing something wild. I'm like, Akili, how'd you find Akili? What's up, bro? What are you doing? I'm just growing this grape vineyard in the backyard, skydiving, finishing the molding off.
You're out of control.
But I see this as endless possibilities. Obviously, that's why they named it the timeless loop. But I'm excited for this because it's information, man. And any way that I can take on information, or as a fellow artist, entertainer like myself. Why are you smiling?
Hey,
Fellow
bro.
entertainer.
Hey, bro.
Listen.
I applaud you.
What we have is our creativity is who we are, and it's what makes us special. And it's like this just breeds creativity.
Definitely.
So as I look up music, as I look up art, as I want to engulf myself in knowledge, I get more and more and more, and I assume there's an intelligence factor to this that gives me what I want. It knows me already.
Totally. And I love the fact that Google has tweaked their algorithm so that when you do search for a topic, that it is giving you, the necessary elements to be able to do that deep dive, because you want to be as well informed, as possible. And so, yeah, you might be, caught in this endless time loop of searching, but that's the fun of it all. That's the fun. That's the beauty of the internet. That's what the whole argument of net neutrality is about. We want to be able to have this type of access so that we can feed our imaginations and foster our creativity. So I love the fact that Google is doing this, because, I mean, how many times do you do Google one thing and then, okay, well, I want to learn about this, and you have to type it in. And if the algorithm is kind of providing that for you, this like constant stream of consciousness,
Yep.
I think that's super fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But I'll tell you one thing you don't have to search for, and that is the Vizio soundbar. This is one of the best soundbars that has hit the marketplace, and I don't know how long, but this thing is off the chain. It's off the charts, it's off the meters. Like, it's bringing you like that crystal clear cinematic theater sound to your home, living room situation. Like, yeah, you want the big screen, but you also want the sound to partner with that. And so you want that experience to be an amazing experience. And Vizio has developed something that's extraordinary and incredible. The 36-inch 2.1 soundbar system is what's hot right now. Like, it's getting like really great reviews and ratings. CNET's Editor's Choice is one of the first soundbars to earn 5 stars. Like, it is affordable. It is a dope piece of technology. I encourage everybody to go grab one. Like, you need it for the room. You need it for when you have the home movie night. You need it for when you got the Super Bowl on. Like, it is a solid piece of technology, bro. Go get that, son. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Vizio.
man.
Vizio, what's good?
Vizio.
What's good? Take care of your boy, Vizio. I'm here in the building. Hook me up.
Another dope Google story, man. I didn't know this, but did you know that kids, my man, have been coding for 50 years? Did you know that?
5-0.
5-0.
Man, break that down to me, dog. You just always throwing some nonsense out,
Bro,
dog. Break that down to me.
This was an incredible story. So, Google was celebrating the fact that it's been 50 years since the first kid began to code, and so they celebrated during the Computer Science Education Week. And so what they've done is they've developed this mini game called the Doodle, the Google Doodle, which helps kids now in 2017 to learn about coding, and they integrate it with like a game. So they make it very interactive. Kids can earn like points and toys, but all the while they're learning how to code and program and developing a skill set that they can take with them, as they mature and figure out what they want to do with their lives. But I think it's dope that we rewind 50 years ago, and kids were actually into programming and coding in 1967. And fast forward now to 2017, kids are even doing it way more at a highly saturated level.
Let me ask you something, G.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, G. If I know how to code at 16 or 17 years old, if I know how to code, why do I need to go to college?
Man. Well, you might want to go to college because you might be interested in something that's not technologically based. You might want to be, a history major. You might want to go to law school.
By the time your kids
You
are
might wanna be a
16 and
doctor.
17 years old and they know how to code, does it not cover all those subjects?
It could. I mean, but coding.
No.
What do you mean? You gotta
mean
elaborate.
could.
Elaborate.
So if I know how to code and I want to be a doctor and lawyer, wouldn't coding play a major instrument in what I want to achieve and what I want to do by the time that our kids are capable? Because they're talking about doodle, right? They're talking about coding. That's really the new language. The fact that you don't know how to code, I don't know how to code, we're behind.
Speak for yourself.
You don't know how to code, bro.
I am the code.
Oh my gosh, here we go. You don't know how to code. But if a kid knows how to code, what am I getting in college? Or if I'm ahead of the game?
I'll tell you this. You have a point. You have a point. Coding is a new language. It probably will be the language of the future. It probably will be a universal language. But there's so many other invaluable things that you can get from the college experience, as you know, the socialization. I mean, you probably fall in love in college.
If you had a chance to
so
make
many,
bread,
there's so many things that you.
Nah, bro,
Come
don't
on,
throw that out.
Don't downgrade that. Don't downgrade that like college is nothing, because college is something. I've learned a lot from.
It's not for everybody.
Okay, that's a different.
If you
that's a
had a
different
chance,
statement.
come on, dog, you were bred up in college.
Okay.
If you had a chance to make a career off of something at 16 or 17 years old,
You've always
let's
had
say
that
it's.
chance.
Come on, man. Like, it was feasible. There are different routes now, and that's going to be the route.
Yeah,
so if
different
you're 16,
routes.
17 years old, you had a chance, and music is your love, and you have a chance to code your music or do something or create something or innovate something or make a 6 or 7 figure salary because you know how to code now. Why are you wasting your time in college?
I keep answering
You
the question
still, now
for
you didn't answer. Why are you wasting your time?
I keep answering the
What would you
question
do?
for you. I keep
What would you do?
You want me to answer you?
Yeah, I want to know what you would do.
All right. So
Akila would let that money talk.
do I need to turn down your mic real quick?
Nah,
Okay.
man.
What I'm telling you is, yeah, coding is the skill set of the future. Yeah. So our kids, they're going to be coders. But again, there's so many invaluable things that you pick up by going into the college world. It's almost a world unto itself.
You still didn't answer me.
Think about you. So
You still didn't answer
I'll
me.
answer you. So Mark Zuckerberg
Okay.
was an incredible
Bang,
coder,
bang.
and he'd been doing it since he was a kid.
Facts.
Do you think he would have created Facebook if he had not gone to Harvard? No, he wouldn't have. He needed the socialization. He needed that community to be able
He's
to
one of the
foster that
worst
talent.
socialization person. All
Come
he
on,
did is
bruh.
steal there.
Come on, bro. Checkmate.
stole.
Checkmate, bruh.
I said, what would
Checkmate.
you do though?
What would I do if I
Achilles
at
shine at
17?
16, and you have the key to the future. You got 7 figures right in front of you, and
bro.
as musically talented, creative
If
as
I-
you were,
if I had
you
that-
could have.
If I had that lane, if I had that opportunity that was facing me, by all means, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, of course. I mean,
That's all I asked, bro.
but it's the same thing with a basketball player. I'll speak a language you know. With a basketball player that can go straight out of high school.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The money's facing them, the opportunity's facing them, but still, college is still valuable.
no,
It's not.
it's not for everybody. You realistically tell me what Steve Jobs would have done in college, finish it out. I bet he wish he could have got out sooner. You tell me
It's
what
not-
LeBron would have
I
looked
agree-
like.
I agree with
what
you.
would LeBron
It's not
have
for
looked like in
everybody.
college? What would Kobe look like in Duke? We can go down the list, man.
A lot of these cats went back to college, my man.
Man, not in official form.
Anywho,
I
man.
don't believe it. You don't believe it.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you what I do believe.
What do you believe?
I believe that Starbucks. This next story, yo. This next story is pretty dope. Starbucks,
I got something I want to tell you about after this.
because we have actually traveled together to China.
So hurry up.
We've been to Beijing, and we've been to Shanghai twice together. So Starbucks has actually opened up a huge, and I tell you, huge store in Shanghai. But what's really dope about the store is that they've incorporated augmented reality. So when you're in the store, you can hold your phone up to different parts of the store. It could be like the actual barista, or it could be just wherever the beans are, and it gives you information about whatever it is you're looking at, and it makes it interactive. So not only are you learning about the coffee and the space, but you can also like
Don't
pick
even
up
talk this out.
these Easter eggs,
Don't even
which
talk
give
this
you
out. Stop it.
points
Stop.
that you could use. Will you stop, bro? You get these points that you can use to buy a coffee. So my question to you is, this is a great way a company is using technology to create a better experience for the consumer. Do you think this is a good thing?
Currently, right now, I don't care. I'm looking at your face and you don't care.
That's not true.
You don't care.
That's not true. I think Starbucks
You know
is
what
pretty
you
dope.
care about? You know what you care about? The future of it. Okay, maybe it's going to turn into something. Maybe it will grow. It's a good start. But right now, you could care less about finding out about a coffee bean
That's
or
not
where
true.
it came. You don't care. I
That's
don't
not
believe
true.
that.
I don't care what
Can you
believe.
look at Can you look at me with? Can you look at the camera with a serious face and say that you
it's
care?
not about what I believe. We're not talking about what I believe. We're talking about Starbucks.
I like
What's
the
your
step.
take?
I like the step. I
Thank
like the
you.
step that is moving me, but ultimately, right now, I could care less about going in a Chinese Starbucks.
Okay, so what
and
happens if it was a Nike store? How about that? What happens if it was?
I
something
like
that-
the shoe,
something
give it
that
to
you're-
me.
Something that you're interested in.
I like the shoe. Give it
So
to
you,
me.
So you won't want to put up your phone and be like, oh wow, this is dope. Like
No.
a creature is over
Right
here.
now,
or-
no.
Really?
Right now, no. I
don't
went in
believe
there. I
that.
went in Nike for the shoes, not to look at. And I didn't go to a history museum. Now
you-
this is a museum.
You
Let's
are
eat.
You are
Let's eat.
You are definitely not speaking the language of a lot of people because hey, a lot of
talk to me.
a lot of sneakerheads. You mean to tell me if they had some augmented reality when you go to your next sneaker release, you wouldn't want to use that? That's what you're
Maybe
telling
at
me?
a sneaker museum, but
No, not a museum, at a store.
For what? All I want is the shoe.
No.
Give me the shoe.
Then you're not a fan.
Show me the money.
Some people are a fan of the coffee bean, my brother. Maybe you're not. But
You're not. I know you're not.
Clearly, you look at the picture. Clearly, you see the picture. It's packed out.
What's that look like every day? That was the grand opening.
It probably looks like that every day.
Man,
You've
you
been
don't
to China.
believe
You know how
yourself.
packed it is?
It is packed.
Thank you.
But it's not. It was packed before the augmented reality.
Okay, so what?
What do you mean, so what? That's the whole point. You're saying why is the picture packed?
No, the whole point is that people want to be able to use their technology in different ways, and they want to use it with brands and products that they fall in love
Let
with.
coffee be coffee,
And
bro.
Starbucks is one of those
Let
brands
coffee
that
be
people
coffee.
love. Okay, so you're giving me a very elementary take, but it's okay. You don't have the facts, bro. You don't have the facts, bro.
Because I know you don't care.
Anywho.
You're spinning this like you care, but you don't.
What do we care about?
We care about Vizio. And let me tell you something, my man. Let me tell you something. With the increasingly thin profile of home theater displays and TV screens, with the built-in speakers have gotten smaller. Adding a soundbar brings movies and TV shows to life, Akili. Listen up, perk up and listen. The Vizio soundbar is powered by DTS technology, giving you extraordinary soundbar experience.
Uh-huh.
And you specifically,
Talk to me.
you need to redefine your home theater experience with the 36-inch 2.1 soundbar system. And CNET, my guys, man, this hit my heart right now. CNET gave these boys 5 stars, Achille. Earn unbeatable savings when you combine our best deals on the year on displays and soundbars.
I love it. I love it. All right, anyway. So, moving on. I know for a fact that you're not a Star Trek fan. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. So, you are a Star Trek fan? You'll go on record saying you are?
What made you say I wasn't?
Are you or are you not?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So,
I'm going to be a Twilight Zone, but I won't like Star Trek?
So can you name?
We heard that last
Can you
week.
name 3 characters from the original series? Put you on the spot, since you're a fan.
Captain Kirk,
Okay.
Spock,
Okay, go ahead.
and my man from Reading Rainbow. Bars.
Wow, from the original series, really. All right, I'm not finna like embarrass you. But anyway,
You want their real names? Nimoy?
Quentin Tarantino and J.J. Abrams might be teaming up to produce a Star Trek movie for Paramount, and I think this is incredible news. I've actually been in the Star Trek world. Me and Joe, we produced a movie last year for the History Channel. The
Shout
50
out to
years,
Joe. Joe, what's up, baby?
50 years of Star Trek. We actually are, still developing something with that. So I'm really excited to see, Tarantino get into the Star Trek space because I love him as a filmmaker,
See.
as a storyteller. And thank you, Marissa. She shouted us out. The documentary was great. But yeah, I think this is really dope.
You're funny, bro.
Especially, what's going on with Star Wars, to be able to have something that's a little bit different and nuanced, and have something that like Star Trek that's been around for 50 years, has really touched generations, that has an international appeal, that has social, political, heartstrings. Like, I think it's dope. And to have 2 really incredible but different filmmakers team up to do something, like it could be explosive. So J.J. Abrams obviously did Star Trek Into the Darkness before he did Star Wars. And then, like I said, Tarantino, who was just an amazing filmmaker, that is positioning for a really incredible duo.
I hear by your language, I hear by you talk, I'm picking up. You don't seem just thrilled about J.J. Abrams. Tarantino's got us like...
No, I love Abrams.
Tarantino's got us like, yo,
I love Abrams. I think he's dope.
How's it Kill Bill? Right? For those who don't know, what is that from?
You just said it. Like, come on, let's keep it together.
I'm making sure you're awake.
Anyway,
Making sure you're, but
my question to you is, bro,
come on,
do
do
you
bro.
share the same sentiments? Do you think that this pairing of talent with this intellectual property of Star Trek
I'm
is a good
excited for
move?
Tarantino. JJ, I like the last Star Trek, but he didn't just blow my mind. Like, you got cats just really blowing your mind on the show. So JJ, he's solid. I give JJ more of an 8 on the last Star Trek because I'm just a fan. But you got Star Wars like blowing it out the water right now. But Tarantino, man, like he's gonna give you some gore, some fire, some Django into it, some Kill Bill. Like, I'm excited to see that. I just hope he doesn't like ruin space with these fight scenes, the element, the drama. Why are you scrunching your eyebrows? I'm excited.
All right.
But J.J. Abrams didn't really excite me, but at least he's coming in and asking for help. He was an 8.
He was a what?
The last Star Trek was an 8.
Really?
He was an 8.
Okay. So that's interesting. I wanna like, you know, peel back the onion on that one. Why not a 10? Why not a 6?
He was an 8 because it fancied me. I give it my 8. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I am. Nonetheless, that's not changing. I think that they went too far off the original. I don't really know where the storyline is, where it lies now. I don't know where it played back to the last Star Trek. In these Star Wars movies, in these Marvel movies, they're giving us a whole universe. They're giving us a whole world. And in Star Trek, I haven't been blown away. And after you watch a Marvel movie, after you watch Star Wars, after you watch another, like these movies now, you're just getting blown away. And I didn't feel that way.
I agree.
I'm just a Star Trek fan. So I still do give it an 8 because I enjoyed it. I liked it. I watched it. It was 2+ hours of CGI that I just absolutely ate up. But I need that genius plot. I need the dude getting his neck split and me sitting there like this.
I feel you.
And that's
that.
what Tarantino's going to give you.
You're absolutely right. I
Talk
feel
to
you
me.
that. I'll tell you what is not an 8, what is not a 6, but what actually is a 10
Talk to me, bro.
is the Vizio soundbar. That thing is a major 10, bro. Like, I know you got the setup at the house with your home theater situation, but it would
I'm
be...
not set up.
What
I'm not- I'm wide
what I'm saying
open.
is like you need this. You need the
I
soundbar
do.
to bring to life, you know,
I
all the things
do.
that you're talking about. Like you want to have that incredible sports, music, concert, movie experience, and to have the sound to accompany the picture, have the soundbar to fill up that room with incredible crystal clear audio. I think that is the good move. And so Vizio soundbar is powered by DTS technology and is giving you like an incredible extraordinary sound and experience. And so the 36-inch 2.1 soundbar system just got reviewed by CNET as the editor's choice. It's one of the first soundbars to actually receive 5 stars. So it's up there in terms of like what it's delivering consumers. So I would encourage all of you guys out there to like, man, add this piece of technology to your home because it's really going to give you that home theater experience. In fact, you may not even go to the theater. You might just stay at the crib. So, my man, I got to ask you this, bro.
Talk to me.
I got to ask you this, bro.
Talk to me.
I just want to kind of like just see where you are just in terms of like social media and just like, you know, subscriptions and like kind of what's whack, what's dope, like what type of guy are you? You know what I'm saying? So we've already
got my
established,
ear, bro.
we already established you're Apple guy, right?
I'm Apple guy.
So I want to know kind of like, as I feel like a few weeks ago, we covered a story where a lot of these phone companies are kind of, you know, pairing up with streaming sites. So like you have Netflix teaming up with T-Mobile, right? You have AT&T doing stuff with Hulu, right? So I feel like it's like you have to kind of pick a team, right? What's your team?
T-Mobile, Netflix.
Tell me why.
Netflix is giving you too much, man. There's a lot of money behind it. And I mean, just when I thought Netflix was just kind of like, oh man, gives you something to do, they're giving you groundbreaking movies and technology and things you can see. And they're just like, there's series on there like it's real life, like quality television. It's not just these reruns on there anymore. You're getting Marvel, series. You're getting award-winning series. Actors are being made, and Netflix is no longer just, hey man, we're just streaming older movies. Like Netflix is for real, and I only see it getting bigger and bigger because they've taken the cinematography into their own hands, and the television shows and everything is just their own world essentially they're creating. And I am a T-Mobile user, so I like that I have the perk and the access to that. And when I'm on the plane, I can sign into my T-Mobile and get free Wi-Fi also. So T-Mobile, man, keep doing your thing, and I won't leave.
I would agree. Like I'm definitely a Netflix guy. I've had Verizon since I've had a cell phone, so I haven't really tried another carrier. But I feel like that is the best pairing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're killing the space with that, and a lot of other companies have adopted that strategy. So I agree with you, man. I think that Netflix is definitely the streaming platform of choice.
So you're coming to T-Mobile.
What is of choice is...
You looking at me like you don't know already.
Well, hey, I don't know. Let me know.
Listen, brother, let me break this down.
Break it
With
down, bro.
The increasingly thin profile of home theater displays and TV screens with built-in speakers have gotten smaller. Adding a soundbar that brings movie and TV shows to life with crystal clear audio and room-filling sound. My man, none other than the Vizio soundbar. And it's powered by DTS technology. Do you even know what DTS technology is? Giving you an extraordinary sound and experience. Akili, Michelle, Hardy, Shine. This is gonna redefine your home theater experience with the Vizio 36-inch 2.1 soundbar system.
I love it.
My cousins, my family over at CNET gave them 5 stars. Do you know what that means? 5 stars. We're keeping it in the family.
That's what's up.
Earn an unbeatable savings when you combine our best deals of the year on displays on this soundbar.
I love it.
Oh,
Yo, let me ask you this, bro. If you had
What do
to
you wanna ask
turn
me?
any video game, right? Any video game from any era into a movie, what would it be? Hit me, bro. Hit me, bro. Think hard. Any movie, any video game from any era of your childhood, even from Atari all the way up to now,
bro, you
what would it
asked
be?
me this spontaneously.
Come on, you're a gamer, bro. You should know.
Mario, but we need a good movie. You know what I want clean?
What's that?
And like done right? Street Fighter.
Wait, there has been a Street Fighter,
But it
movie,
was
though.
never done right.
Okay.
It wasn't. We didn't have the CGI that was kicking right now. They were doing Hadoukens, and it was like, oh, I
So
think
you
he
would
did it
rather
behind.
them do another Street Fighter versus another Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat was I couldn't get into it. It was Street Fighter has an array of different races of black, white, Chinese, Spanish, European. You got the karate element in there, and there's just so much that goes along. And Street Fighter was always the popular choice. Street Fighter could be done the right way,
Now?
and it was never done
feel you.
right. We didn't have the technology at the time to really do it the way that it should have been done. And I love that Street Fighter movie, by the way. But I know if done correctly, Street Fighter would be a blockbuster movie.
Interesting. I love that. I love that answer, man. Well, I'll tell you what is dope. And I mean, we talked about it a lot on the show, but I can't help but continue to rave about it. It's the Vizio soundbar. The Vizio soundbar, is really bringing the home theater experience to a whole nother level. I mean, the built-in speakers have gotten smaller, but the quality has gotten way bigger, way sharper, crystal clear, cinematic. Like you're really like bringing to life what you're watching with that sound. Like it's a perfect accompaniment. And the Vizio soundbar is packed with the DTS technology. It's giving you that just off-the-chain incredible experience. And so the 36-inch 2.1 soundbar system has been getting a lot of reviews and raves from all different types of blogs. CNET actually gave it the editor's choice, and it's one of the first soundbars to actually receive 5 stars. So I encourage everyone out there to like really take a peek at this technology. It's a perfect add-on to your home theater setup. Yeah, I can't speak enough about this piece of technology. I love being at the crib and having crystal clear imagery, but also crystal clear sound. And the Vizio soundbar is that device that's going to give it to you.
Needed.
So hey, man, this has been a pleasure, bro, to have you on the show, man.
My
You
man.
have a lot of great takes, and man, you're welcome here anytime, man. But where can the people find you?
At the Ryan Hollins, at the Ryan Hollins on Instagram, just Ryan Hollins, straight up. Been a pleasure, my man. I mean, a honest pleasure. I'm gonna take up that invitation, bro, and don't change on me, man. Don't get brand new.
Oh, bro, nah. I'm soulful, brother. I'm a soul brother.
Okay, soul brother. Okay, soul brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Soul brother.
Soul brother. I'm a soul brother. Anyway, don't have
my
me break out the
gosh.
bars.
Oh, man.
Anyway, y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Achilles Shine, AKILISHINE, and we will see you next week.
Yeah.
G&T, Geek Nerd Tech, Black Hollywood Live. We are in the place to be. We out. Have a good week.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Why? What happened? Not because Joe's doing the man cave, so I'm doing it too. But like, I'm not full time. He's full time. So, not a problem. Shoot, I could run in my.